Well, hey there, everybody. Rhonda Boyle here. Glad you've joined me for another tip. This time we're talking about the talent theme of consistency. People high in consistency want justice, fairness, and even playing field for other people. And they believe that rules and regulations, policies and procedures and laws will help them accomplish that very thing. Less than 12% of people who have taken the assessment, nearly 17 million at the time of this recording, have consistency in their top 5. So there you go. Let's talk about 7 ways to grow and develop this talent theme of consistency. Number 1, claim your personal rules. If you have consistency high, then you have certain internal rules that you abide by. And so if you will spend some time identifying what they are and why, then you can share that with the people around you who sometimes don't understand why you put rules in place. Okay, so there you go. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, set expectations. With only 12% of people or less than having consistency high, that means that most people are not consistent and they don't have the same appreciation for rules and policies that you do. So setting expectations that are clear and concise can really help other people understand, and especially if you go as far as to explain the reasons that you have the rules in place, that can be even more helpful. Tip number 3, polish policies. Look around you at your current environment and identify policies and regulations that you find unfair. If they're fair, fine. If not, if you don't find them to be just, then what do you think would change it? What do you believe needs to be changed in order to make it fair? Practice rewriting policies so that you can, that you find inconsistent, because you might be able to do something about your environment if you'll take time to do that. Tip number 4, find causes. Where do you sense and feel a lack of justice? Where do you identify when people are the underdog or when things are really not fair and unjust? Identify those areas and identify your most intense interests, and then investigate where justice is needed and how inequities can be resolved. And then go and find those communities that you can plug into where you can join those causes. This will exercise your consistency talent, and it'll help you develop it over time. And not only that, other people will have the advantage of having your consistency on their side. Okay, tip number 5, advocate justice. Get involved in those areas where you can affect the most change. Become an advocate in areas that bring you energy. Maybe you are passionate about single mothers or animals or justice for the fill in the blank. Anything that you find that you are interested in, then get involved, because you can become a long-term advocate or even a temporary one, right? Depending upon your lifestyle and other considerations. But pick 1 or 2 and start to strive for justice in those areas and joining those other causes. Number 6, check your credit score. And by that, I'm not talking about money, right? But here's what I mean by that. You notice when people are not given the credit for the things that they do. You pay attention to those kinds of things. People who are not always seen. So bring their causes, identify what their causes are, and bring those causes to light so that other people can see them and recognize them for shining right where they're at. That's something that you're very good at, is noticing those things. Tip number 7, unflex your muscle. Unflex your muscle. That's what I said. True story. Some people might find you unbending and rigid when it comes to rules, lacking in empathy when it comes to rule enforcement. Okay. You might expect the rest of us to toe the line. And so here's one thing I want you to pay attention to. When you notice resistance, that's not necessarily other people avoiding the rules. It's other people not seeing the justice in the rule that you're trying to lay down. And so unflex your muscle for a minute when you have that sense that other people are pushing back on you, because it'll allow you the time to listen, and it will give others a chance to feel heard, so that they, and it may even be able to give you the opportunity to correct a perceived injustice. Okay, so you know the rules and understand the reasons for them, but not everybody does. So sometimes unflexing that muscle and taking a little breather can be helpful. So there you go, 7 ways to grow and develop your StrengthsFinder talent theme of consistency. Real quick again, number 1, claim your personal rules. Number 2, set expectations. Number 3, polish policies. That's practice the writing of them. Number 4, find causes. Number 5, advocate justice. Number 6, check your credit score. And number 7, unflex your muscle. I hope you found these helpful to grow and develop your StrengthsFinder talent theme of consistency. This is Rhonda Boyle, and you can find me at rhondaboyle.com, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.